All right, what's going on, family? We're going to talk about this article written from Business Insider of how Trump, he risked tanking Truth Social stock price if he cashes out. What do you think about it? Will the market crash? If Trump needs this money, do you think he'll sell? Or do you think he's going to hold on to the stock for the longevity of the business so that it can continue to grow? What do you think? Look at this. Donald Trump's social media platform, Truth Social, is set to go public next week. His 60% stake in the company is valued at over $3 billion. It's a lot of money. If he cashes out, it would cause other investors to do what? Of course, do the same thing. If they see a stock tumbling, they're going to sell it. If they see the stock plummeting, they're going to sell it. So if you ever see in the performance of Dwac or DJT, I think that's going to be the ticker symbol, DJT, when it actually launches on the exchanges. If you see the market go down hugely, maybe that might be Trump selling his stake, because he has a 6% stake. Truth Social, a platform developed by former President Donald Trump, has finally secured approval to merge with its shell company, Digital World Acquisition Corp, or Dwac. The firm should make its Wall Street debut as soon as Monday, trading under the ticker symbol DJT. Here we go. In some form, is a well-timed market kickoff for Trump, whose approximately 6% stake in the company will be worth more than $3 billion. Cashing in those holdings or borrowing against them could ease Trump's financial strains, including legal fees and the $457 million appeal bond he faces from a New York civil fraud verdict. The windfall could also close the funding gap that exists between him and Joe Biden. The presidential incumbent currently has a troll that is 3 times bigger than Trump's. So this is the piggy bank for Donald. This is his piggy bank. The 6% stake in his business. Now, if Trump is all about money and cash, and if he needs it, do you think he's going to do what's best for the investors, for you? If he has monetary strains running across many issues, and the only lifesaver that you can see he has is his 6% stake that could be worth more than $3 billion, what do you think he will do? Would you expect him to say, wait, hold on, I got to think about my investors, I got to think about the people who have invested their hard-earned money into my stock, into my business? Or do you think he'll cash out and say, all right, let me get my $3 billion, let me put it in this bond, let me go ahead and place it here into my presidential run for 2024, let me go ahead and drop a couple of bills here? What do you think he'll do? What would you do if you was in the same man's shoes? Standing in the way is a provision in the merger's SEC filing, which states that Trump is not allowed to sell or borrow against any of his shares for 6 months. That there is the problem. Donald can't come in immediately and sell out his stock. He got to at least wait 6 months. So the day that DJT goes public, count 6 months on the calendar. And if the stock tanks on that 6 month, you already know what's up. You already know what's probably going on. Because he cannot do anything until 6 months. So that at least gives the regular investor opportunity to potentially get ahead of him. So if you suspect that Donald's going to sell his stake, what would you do if you're an investor? Because if he's the face, if he's the brand, if he is the head of this business, and if you know he's going to sell in 6 months, would you short the stock to get ahead of this? Because That is why the SEC created these provisions, because they know people, and it has happened. Because if it hasn't happened, then why would they create this provision? That people, once a stock goes public, the day that it goes public, these insiders who got the massive stakes will automatically off-sell their stake and instantly become billionaires. Instantly. So the SEC was like, all right, we got to put an end to this, because they're dumping on investors. And that's what they did. So now Trump can't do anything for another 6 months. But he could very well get a waiver from the company's board, which consists of those allies like his son, Donald Trump Jr., and former Representative Devin Nunes. This would be the situation that would catch investors off guard, because you won't know that it's coming. If a waiver is approved, you'll wake up one morning and see the stock down 50%. That there alone places a huge risk on anybody trying to participate in this stock. And then it goes on in the article again. There's a big catch. If Trump chooses to cash out his shares, it could prompt other investors to make a beeline for the exits, sending Truth Social stock tumbling. After all, many Dwac investors don't appear to be trading on fundamentals, especially as Truth Social isn't reputed for high usage or revenue. Without the merger, its survival has been questioned, having suffered a net loss of $23 million in the first half of 2023. So they're not making money. Again, if Trump sees that this business, his social media platform, is not making money, he will sell ASAP, because this business is not going to last long. If it's not making money, it ain't going to last. Instead, it's moving more like a meme stock, with Trump's base of retail trading supporters leading purchases in the company's shares. Historically, holders of meme names have been fickle and not likely to adopt a buy and hold strategy, which could put Truth Social on a shaky footing if an exodus does transpire. Yeah, you remember the people like AMC, GameStop, doing that meme stock debacle? Those people wasn't looking to hold the stock for the long term. They was running in, buying to get the bag as soon as possible. And it was a perfect opportunity for those retail investors to get the bag. But then somebody had to come in and throw in a chain to trip the people up. They got rid of the buy button. So in this same situation, many other people, according to Business Insider, is looking just to get rich. They're not looking to do a buy and hold strategy and allow Trump to grow this business. Quote, "I am proud of all you guys. Now we can sit back and watch the Patriots work their magic as GJT blossoms on the world stage. Enjoy the show." Social Truth user Cookie Bar said after the merger. But a single day loss of single day loss of as much as 12% on Friday caused many in the forum to call out short sellers, corruption, and pump and dump traders, highlighting the type of panic that could spread if the stock falls further. There they go. They got the approval to finally merge the shell company with Trump's business. And the moment that the stock goes down 12%, here comes the information. Oh, corruption's going on. Oh, it's a pump and dump scheme. Oh, the short sellers are out now. Just like they did with GameStop and AMC. If something isn't going in the investor's favor, that's the first thing that they run to. Now, the good part is that Dwac currently is up 120% and closed on Friday around $38. Here's some of the comments. The stock is obviously way overpriced. In order to sell the amount, it would take for him to get the million he needs. Many buyers would need to pay for an overpriced stock. As soon as 10 million shares hit the market, the price would drop like a rock. Okay, that's what Will thinks. It risks tanking because it is a money-losing business. $3.7 million in revenue for 9 months, 49 million losses. 12 people like that. If it ain't making money, it's just logical that the stock ain't going to go up. That's just common sense. It won't have anything to do with short sellers, corruption, or pump and dump schemes. Now, let's say it was reversed. Let's say that Truth Social was making money, a whole lot of cash in revenue, but the stock is still going down. Then you have to question, okay, who is trying to short sell the stock? Or who's trying to implement some type of scheme to try to impact where the price of DJT is trying to go? But if it's losing money and they're only making a measly $3.7 million, then you already know the value of the stock is overpriced, right? Trump is known for making a profit off the investor's loss. As to this will sink while Trump paddles to shore with his life raft filled with their gold. Bail out while the getting is profitable, or sink with the Trump fleet ship. Trump will be told by his fellow shareholders to sell his shares slowly when he's able to. He'll agree to this, but as soon as he's allowed to, he will sell as much as he possibly can and create a price. Remember Trump Casino? Get a bunch of suckers to invest and pay you millions in salary to, quote, manage it. Then you sell while the value is there and tank the investors. Why do people fall for these scams? It doesn't look like people is feeling this. I'm pretty sure it'll tank just fine all by itself. People are not feeling how the market in DJT is going to trade. Why? Do you think it's overpriced? I mean, we got a price prediction already on the chart for Dwac, looking for the market to go higher. Currently, you can see in pre-markets at $39.22. It may not even hit our first sell zone. Given the possibility, if Trump is able to get that waiver approved, we may not even see the stock go higher than where it is right now. I'm just saying. And this price prediction will be incorrect. I'm just saying. But if he does have to hold for 6 months, then maybe we have an opportunity for at least to see some hype, some pump to come into the stock before the market really goes down in price. So that's the situation that we have to wait and see how it plays out. Now, if Trump is really strapped for some cash, like this man needs some money ASAP, then that waiver may more than likely happen to where this market won't even go higher in DJT. So we'll see how it plays out. I ain't gonna change the price prediction yet, but just understand that this is very, very risky. Very risky, especially knowing who controls 6% of the stock. Give your thoughts though. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.